As the college football season heats up in Week 6, fans are eagerly anticipating a Big Ten showdown between the No. 22 Illinois Fighting Illini and the Purdue Boilermakers. Both teams have had their ups and downs this season, but this matchup promises to be a defining moment for each squad as they continue their pursuit of conference glory. In this preview, we'll take a deep dive into what makes this game so significant, examining each team's strengths, weaknesses, key players, and the critical factors that could determine the outcome of this exciting contest. Illinois Fighting Illini, a high-powered offense. The Illinois Fighting Illini entered this game with a strong 4-1 record and a clear sense of momentum. Coming off a thrilling 34-32 victory over the USC Trojans, Illinois is riding high, particularly thanks to the stellar performance of their quarterback Luke Altmyer. In the USC game, Altmyer showed exactly why he is one of the best quarterbacks in the country. He threw for 328 yards, connecting on 2 touchdowns, and even added a rushing touchdown and a receiving score to help his team come from behind. Altmyer has been the driving force behind Illinois' offense, and his ability to excel in multiple facets of the game has given the Illini a versatile, unpredictable attack. Leads the nation in touchdown-to-interception ratio with an incredible 11-0 mark, which highlights his ability to avoid costly mistakes while making big plays when needed. Altmyer's connection with his receiving cores has been solid, with wide receiver Isaiah Williams becoming a consistent deep threat. Williams has hauled in several key touchdowns this season and has become Altmyer's go-to target when the Illini need a big play. In addition to their impressive aerial attack, Illinois has a balanced offensive scheme that also incorporates a strong ground game. Running back Reggie Love III has been a key contributor, providing the Illini with solid rushing yards and an ability to control the clock. This well-rounded offense makes Illinois a formidable opponent for anyone, especially when they get into a rhythm early on in games. However, the Illini's success has not just been limited to their offense. Their defense has also stepped up, and Illinois has quietly developed into one of the most well-rounded teams in the Big Ten, with a capable defensive line and a secondary that can lock down wide receivers. Illinois' defense provides an excellent complement to their explosive offense, but they will face a unique challenge against Purdue's offense, and it will be interesting to see if Illinois can continue to thrive defensively against a talented Purdue squad. Purdue Boilermakers, a team in need of a spark on the other side of the field. The Purdue Boilermakers come into this game with a 2-2 record, having faced some tough challenges this season. After a solid opening win against a lesser opponent, Purdue suffered 2 consecutive losses to top-ranked teams, Notre Dame and USC. While the losses have been disappointing, they were against powerhouse programs, and Purdue has had the luxury of a bye week to regroup and refocus ahead of this crucial matchup. Purdue's offense has been inconsistent, and this has been a key issue all season. Quarterback Browne, who entered the season with high expectations, has struggled to find his rhythm. While Browne possesses all the tools to be successful, his performance has been erratic at times. In the Boilermakers' most recent loss to USC, Browne threw for just 217 yards with a touchdown and 2 interceptions. These turnovers have become a pattern for Browne, who has thrown 7 interceptions in his 4 games this season. If Purdue is going to challenge Illinois, they will need Browne to be more efficient with the football. The Boilermakers cannot afford to make mistakes against a team as talented as Illinois, and Browne will need to be much more disciplined with his decision-making. However, it's important to note that Purdue does have some weapons at the skill positions that could make them dangerous. Wide receivers Charlie Jones and David Bell have both shown flashes of brilliance in the past, and if Browne can find a way to connect with them consistently, Purdue could have some success moving the ball downfield. Additionally, Purdue has a solid rushing attack led by running back Devin Mockabee. While not flashy, Mockabee has been able to grind out tough yards when needed and provide balance to the Boilermakers' offense. However, Purdue's offensive line has not been as dominant as expected, and they have struggled at times to open up running lanes for Mockabee against Illinois' aggressive front 7. Purdue will need to establish the run early to keep the Illini defense honest and prevent them from teeing off on Browne. Defensively, Purdue has had its own share of struggles. The Boilermakers have been particularly vulnerable to the pass, allowing over 250 yards per game through the air. Against a quarterback like Altmyer, who has excelled in the passing game, this could be a recipe for disaster. Purdue will need to find a way to disrupt Altmyer and force him into uncomfortable situations, but doing so will be easier said than done. The Boilermakers will also have to contend with a high-scoring Illinois offense that has the ability to score quickly, meaning they will need to remain disciplined and avoid giving up big plays. Betting odds. Illinois heavy favorites looking at the betting odds for this game. Illinois enters as 9.5-point road favorites. Given their recent form and the struggles of Purdue, this line seems justified. Illinois has been one of the most consistent teams in the Big Ten this season, while Purdue has shown a tendency to falter against top-tier competition. The over-under for the game is set at 55.5 points, which reflects the high-scoring nature of both teams' offenses. Most experts are predicting an Illinois victory, with many believing that the Illini will cover the 9.5-point spread. However, Purdue's home field advantage cannot be overlooked. In college football, anything can happen. The Boilermakers will be looking to play with a chip on their shoulder after a disappointing start to the season. If Purdue can find a way to slow down Illinois' offense and create some explosive plays of their own, this could be a much closer game than many anticipate. Key players to watch. As we look ahead to the game, several key players will be critical to the outcome. Luke Altmyer, Illinois. Quarterback Altmyer is undoubtedly the star of the Illinois offense, and his ability to perform in both the passing and running games will be crucial. If Altmyer continues his stellar play, Illinois will be hard to stop. Isaiah Williams, Illinois. Wide receiver Williams is a dangerous weapon on the outside for Altmyer. His ability to stretch the field and make big plays will be a key factor in Illinois' success. Browne, Purdue. Quarterback Purdue's success hinges on Browne's ability to limit mistakes and be more accurate with the football. He has the talent to succeed, but he'll need to step up in a big way. Devin Maccabee, Purdue. Running back Maccabee will need to establish the ground game for Purdue to take some pressure off Browne. Final thoughts and prediction? Illinois comes into this game as the clear favorite, and for good reason. Their offense is firing on all cylinders, and they have the momentum of a strong 4-1 record behind them. While the Boilermakers have talent, they will need a flawless game to challenge the Illini. I'm predicting that Illinois will win this game, and I expect them to cover the 9.5-point spread. Their offense is simply too explosive for Purdue to handle, and unless Browne and the Boilermakers can drastically improve their execution, they'll be hard-pressed to keep up. I also think we'll see a higher scoring game, with Illinois likely hitting the over on 55.5 points.